On YouTube. Well, I figured I'd probably go ahead and do my 2-year review of Crete Carrier on the owner-op side. Just got a message across the PeopleNet thing that apparently my 2-year annual review is coming up. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Usually I just have to fill out a form or something. But anyway, so I figured I'd go ahead and drop a video on this. We give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, that's what we do. Good stuff. Yes, still getting my fuel discounts as promised. I don't fuel up on their suggested fuel plan, which would save me more, but I'm still saving about 40% off, 40% off the pump price at, your Loves or TA. Still being paid practical miles, which is nice. That's at least a 5% pay bump versus people trying to get household good mileage and things like that. The mileage prices have gone up, I think, about 3 cents now since my last video. It affected the company drivers because they got 3 cents also. More than it did me, but 3 cents is 3 cents. And been running pretty constant with them. Still, about half of my loads are drop and hook, at least. And, it's been all right. The bad stuff, nights and weekend coverage is still not the greatest. But the workaround for that is pre-scheduling stuff with your normal daytime dispatcher. Been taking care of that. My dispatcher's good. It's just if I don't have a load planned and I'm delivering on a Sunday, things might get kind of messy. But frankly, lately I haven't been working that hard. I haven't wanted to, work that hard. So maybe I'm getting lazy or, whatever. But let's see what else bad. They still do the CPAP thing. I'm still doing the CPAP program. Have had issues with compliance on that. Largely because I take a lot of time off, and the time I take off, I usually go to Thailand for 2 months out of the year, and then I usually take several small vacations during the year, about a week or a week and a half each. When I'm on small vacations, I'm on my boat, so I don't bring my CPAP. When I'm on my trips to Thailand, I don't bring my CPAP. So the workaround for that has been, as long as I get on it 2 days before I start driving again, it's been acceptable. So, let's see. I've had a lot of questions on YouTube and all that. I'm trying to go through it in my mind, and I'm not exactly one of those guys that plans these videos out or something. Let's see. Anything else bad? Not really. The ugly stuff is easy. This is currently June 2019, so freight has been slow for the last few months. Now, that made a huge difference in the guys that are percentage based off of boards. They've lost almost $1 a mile off their gross. My pay remains the same, but I have noticed a slowdown in how quickly I am reloaded, and also my delivery times seem like they've been spread out just a little bit more. So it's like the company's not fighting to catch up, which gets you running hard and gets you money in your pocket. But like I said, I haven't really felt like working that hard this year. As a matter of fact, most of January I had my boat in the Bahamas. March, I think it was March or April, I went to Thailand for a month. Just got done with like a week and a half off to go to a buddy's wedding. In August I'm taking another month off. So I mean, I'm still making good money, but it's hard to really give you good numbers on that shit because of the way I run. One thing, I have had, or I did spend, about $5,000 last month on truck repairs for me, or maintenance. That was 2 steers and 8 drives, front end alignment and an airbag. So, but I pretty much expected that. My piece of shit ProStar is currently at 589,000 miles. Still running good. I mean, there's, it's not a new truck. I mean, there's little electric bugs and silly stuff like that, but thing keeps earning. So, $5,000 off of 200,000 miles on those last set of tires. The drives themselves are about 2 cents a mile. So, if you ever want to think about it that way. Let's see, other ugly stuff. Not really a whole lot, It's, I don't know, I've settled in pretty well with Crete. When I've had a problem, I get all pissy and throw a temper tantrum and, things like that. And, they give me a little bit of time to get my mind right. And then we just, move on, So it's been good, of them for that, because I can be a moody son of a bitch sometimes. But they've come through, and we've tried to work through the issues I was having and things like that with their scheduling, whatnot. But anyway, that's kind of like the deal, I mean, the money is still fine. You figure out the workarounds for dealing with the lack of weekend and night coverage, thorough weekend or night coverage. There's still people there, obviously, but it's all right, I had a guy, recently asking me, about stuff, and I kind of drew the line at like 60 cents. If you're making like up to 60 cents a mile at your current job, you should probably keep that job, because I usually take home about 86 cents on a mile after all my expenses, which is pretty good, but you do have to set yourself up for, losses and things like that, and of course healthcare if you choose to participate in that, or retirement benefits and all those kinds of things. Not paying, well, I can't say that because taxes you pay yourself, but if if you've been self-employed for any length of time, you know how that game is played. So the 6% extra you pay in tax that way gets mitigated quite quickly. But anyway, guys, still at 2 years, I think 2 months shy of 2 years, but that's the 2-year update. Still doing solid. If you're looking to go on the owner-op side and you have to do it now, I would go with a carrier like Crete or with Crete that does pay you, a set rate per mile right now, as well as pays you practical miles. That, if you want to buy a truck and go out on your own and hit the boards, you gotta wait till freight improves, because with this 3 month of slowdown, I know there's a lot of people out there hurting bad. And if you're one of them, I feel for you. But I'm not one to, go into too much debt to take a risk. A lot of people are. Anyway, guys, hope that answers a couple questions and a couple of concerns. That's where I'm at. Shoot me a message if you need more. But, 2 years on, still making good money, still relatively satisfied with the company. Just living life, guys. Later.